You know how to read a room, right? I mean, you've advised politicians, past presidents even. So what was your sense of that meeting and how what you had to say was heard and understood?
I've been in this a long time, so we had some tense moments, but that's okay. That's okay. We're going to continue to push. There's no such thing as electing. If you don't push your priorities with the people who you elect, and just think it's going to happen overnight or without that. So we had some moments, but at the end of the day, we know Joe Biden. I've been and he's been vice president and been in the U.S. Senate. So and Senator Harris at that time, who's now Vice President Harris, and knowing that the kind of things that she's pushed around as a senator shows that I think they're going to be a great team.
Let me ask you about the vice president, because I wonder if by virtue of her upbringing, her lived experiences, are your expectations of her different in a way than those you might have for President Biden?
We do know from what he said, let me back up and say this, that they're going to be partners, in the work. So don't know what her formal priorities would be as vice president. So wait to hear that. But I know everything he said is that she will be a partner in this work. And that's very important, that she didn't leave the Senate to just go sit on the sidelines. She'll be right there engaged, and he'll be seeking her advice. And likely, just like he was for President Obama, she'll probably be the last person to leave the room as he makes his decision as president.
You must have expectations of her that she would be an advocate, particularly for those causes that you hold dear to your heart.
For sure. And as a Black woman, as a woman of Asian descent and Jamaican descent, I think her lived experience is going to be very, very important. I know it's engaging her as a senator when she was in there fighting for criminal justice and things like that. As a sitting senator, I judge her for that, so I know where her passions are when it comes to that. And so I think, so the expectations is not, I don't want to say high expectations as if she's going to walk on water. No politician walks on water. But what we do plan to do is engage them, this new administration, knowing that we have so many fires for them to put out. COVID, of course, is one of them. The attempted coup that took place. So we know there's the level of racism and white nationalism has gotten out of control in this country. We know there's still Black and brown folks being shot, too many times, unarmed by too many police officers in this country. A lot to do, but hey, it's a new day. So every time there's a new opportunity, things can get done.
So let me ask you this. I mean, how most effectively to get to work then? Because you mentioned too many issues, right? I mean, from COVID to racial injustice, police brutality, and we haven't even really talked about voter suppression, which is something that we gained a keen new insight into over the last several months on and around the election. So where would you have this administration begin?
One of the things that didn't happen for 4 years is this administration never fully filled the positions that were needed to run the government. Right? You had so many people who were acting. And so I think one of the biggest things right in the door is to get people in place, get the people in the confirmed so they can start working as close to day one as possible. There's legislation that was passed in the House, the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, the John Lewis voting, we talk about voting and how important it is, voting rights, a reform act. There's those things. There's the immigration reform that needs to take place. There's a lot, but at the same time, that's the job, right? And so it's big shoes that whoever steps up there. And I think that we're going to see, and then just some sense of normalcy in this country, that we don't have to worry about a president who spends their time tweeting all day. We want a president who's going to be quite boring. Get in there and run the government. Get in there and get things done. That's what people are looking for. It's not even to spend time, about what didn't happen. We have this new moment, and we want to make sure that this nation lives up to its ideals. And I'm an optimist, and I also am a realist, and know that not one politician or two politicians is going to get it done.
Melanie Campbell, It's been very good to talk to you. Thank you so much for your time. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you again.